everyone, I have a book here to show you today. Now Chelsea, who is the illustrator of this book, got in touch with me and asked me if she could send me this book for free, which she has done very kindly, for me to review, do a flip through and that sort of thing. So here it is. It's a lovely book. Now inside it, I haven't looked in it apart from here. She left her card. Now I'm going to put these links on in the description, her Etsy shop and Instagram. And this actually came, I think this is from Amazon, so I'll put a link to the book as well. And she's put this really pretty postcard in that she has done. Look at this rainbow, it's lovely. So that's her design because it's on her card as well. And wrote me a little note, but basically she says, this is my colouring book that I illustrated. It came out 10th of Jan 2023, so it's really quite new. It includes 30 intricate drawings and 10 objects to find within each picture. The reader is supposed to colour in the objects as they find them, and then they can colour the rest of the picture in too. So I thought we'll have a look at every page as I do with a flip through, and then we'll pick a picture, or I'll pick a picture, you won't. And would do some of the seek and find and that. I won't colour the whole page, but we can find a few of the items and colour some or 10 of them. We'll see how see how it goes really. But this is a very matte cover, which is rather nice. So it's not reflecting from my lamp. As you can see, it's got a nice multicolour. It does say not for resale all across here, which is interesting. So on the back it says, welcome to the whimsical world of Chelsea's Object Arrangements Seek and Find colouring book. With each turn of the page you will discover a unique illustration beyond the realms of your imagination. These artworks include winding roads, animals, underwater adventures, random household objects and much more. It is up to you to locate the hidden items and colour in the pages as you see fit. So it says this book includes 30 intricate illustrations, 300 hidden objects for the reader to colour in, gives reader the option to colour in entire page if desired, is anxiety reducing and relaxing, boosts creativity and increases hand-eye coordination. I can't even say, I need something to help with my speaking, not with my and it is suitable for both adults and children. At the bottom it says, Chelsea Geldean, sorry, I said that wrong, Chelsea, I'm sure, is an illustrator living in Fort Myers, Florida. She was in the Air Force for 3 years. Today she spends her time doing animal rights activism and taking care of her son. Please be sure to check out Chelsea's other Seek and Find books. So that's fun. I like this rainbow design. It's really cool, isn't it? It's really pretty. So let's dive in, shall we? Have a look. Whoops. Now this is an Amazon printed book. This one has come from Amazon America. So the paper isn't completely smooth. It's got a bit of tooth. Some people prefer that, some people don't. It's reasonably thin, as Amazon paper tends to be. I've got very used to using Amazon paper. Now I've got quite a lot of books. So that's fine for me. It's it's thin like copy paper, look, and you can see the design through the page, but for me that's okay. And these may be single-sided, we don't know yet. So hello friend, welcome to the crazy world of Chelsea's whimsical creations. Here begins your journey through the wildest of imaginations. Do you see the list of items on the bottom of each page? Your quest is to find every one of those objects and colour them in. You may also colour in the rest of the illustration if you wish to do so. It all depends on you. Lastly, do not forget to have fun. That's very cute, isn't it? I think, you know, how I might approach it. Let's turn over to the first page so you can have a little look. What I would probably do is I might find the items and colour them in, say, with one colour, or make them multicoloured, and then if I wanted to do the rest of the page, I might use a different colour scheme. So maybe do all blue for these and then everything but blue for the others. Or colour for these, black and white for the others. Something like that. That could be quite fun. Or just colour them all in randomly and let other people, when they're looking through the book, find the items. So this is our first page. I'm not going to come in very much closer, just a little bit. Oops, because we want to be able to see the whole thing and the list. So there's our first page. You can clearly see the list below the picture. We're not going to go hunting yet. We'll do one but I don't want to sort of spoil it for you. If you're going to buy it, you want to do the hunting yourself, but we'll do one of them. We may not do the whole lot, we might do half. It depends how long it sort of takes me, really. So I'm just going to keep turning the page and you can just have an idea. So they're quite small designs. So if you like a page where there's lots of little things and you can just pick out one to colour, this is a good one. Also, if you find pages like this, you do like colouring lots of little things, but you don't know where to start, then you've got this list. So that's quite cool. I think that's interesting. So I'm just going through each of them. So this one's got an interesting design. They're all coming out from this central bit here. Now this one's, I notice, I'm just glancing at this, says stop sign. Now that's a very American-y thing. We do have stop signs, we just, I think, we didn't call them that. But what else do we call them? We don't, I don't know. And comic book, it's very American, we just say comic. Okay. You know, but I think that's fun. Us Brits, we understand Americanisms mainly. So I think it's fun. This one's got another rodent look. What I'm quite interested in is how spread out they are. Are they all in a little bunch? Are they spread through the page? You know, I love word search, and this is almost that sort of idea. I think it's really good fun. I'm just flicking through. So they've all got a black background, which is quite interesting in itself, because that can determine the colours that you colour things. Not everything works, not every colour works with the black background. We have lots of another one with a road, isn't it? This one, I got a lot of animals in that one, which is fun. I'm going to speed up a little bit because they're similar-ish. I get the idea. I think it's quite a lot of fun. Oh, and in the back is the solutions. I'll show you, look quick, look. So we're not going to look at those. We're going to flick past those, see if there's anything else in the back. No. So, oh, we've got the this bit at the back, which is what tells me that it's printed by Amazon, which is absolutely fine. So they are single-sided, so you could use a felt tip pen. What I would do, because the paper is thin, if you're using anything really, get a wad of paper to put behind the page. I'm going to do that. We're on the very first one. It just seems a good place to start. So always put a wad of paper behind. I happen to have these pencils, Staedtlers, because I knew, although I hadn't opened the book, I knew from the cover it would be intricate, so I thought I'd get the Staedtlers because they come to sharpen to a nice fine point. So let's do our first one. I can't come in much closer really, so I don't know how easy it is for you to find anything. But our first clue is a chocolate bar. I think this is our chocolate bar here. So I'm going to colour that and chatter while I do it. So I'm going to use the dark brown 76 for this. And I'm actually just going to colour it in the right colours. Okay, I say right colours, obviously there's no right colour, but I hope you know what I mean. That I'm going to sharpen my pencil to do the square bits, because I think they would be in, they might be, not be, I'm thinking they're indented, but they might be embossed, you know, sort of sticking out rather than in. But I'm going to colour them in as if they're in, a bit darker, like that. That's fun. Now, if you haven't had an Amazon print-on-demand book before, it's worth noting that the paper can vary between books. So this paper is quite toothy, rough in other words, and thin. The thickness is always the same, but the toothiness can change. I'm doing purple for this bit. I'm making it like a Cadbury's Dairy Milk chocolate bar. I don't know if you get those in the USA. a very indulgent purple wrapper with a bit of a shine because it's foily. Like that. I don't know how much you can see, it's quite small. I might come in closer for the next one. There's a little bit at the bottom there, which I'm just going to do really dark. And as you can see, which you may not be able to see, because I've coloured it in really dark, that little tiny bit at the bottom, you can barely see it because of the black background. So I made a bit of a mistake there. Yeah, so when you've got black, you need to be aware that you need to keep your colours lighter. If you're doing a red, you can make it quite intense, but if you're doing a dark colour with, you know, you can't. So that's that one. Let's come back out and look at our list. It's an elephant. And find our next one. So we have to find noodles. Let's come down. Whoop. So you can pause the video here if you want to look. You can zoom in. If you're on a tablet or a phone, you can zoom in like that on your screen if you want to see in closer. So I gather. You can't do it if you're on the telly, computer. I can't find them. Noodles. This is how I look, how I do. Is that's them there, I think. Yeah, I think it's them. I'm going to come in and colour it a bit closer for you. I'm pretty sure that's noodles. So the noodles themselves will be quite pale. I'm going to use a sort of goldish colour. This is the number 16. But do it really lightly, because they wouldn't really, they're like, I also like wholemeal noodles, so they're a bit browner. These are a bit yellowy really. Maybe they've got some miso on, yeah. So there's our noodles, really light. And then the bowl, we can do any colour. Let's do it pink, why not? So this is 25. So to make the rim a little bit lighter, and then darker down here. I think this book is a lot of fun. It's really unique. It's very, you know, I know Johanna Basford has an element of hunting for things in her books, but this is quite different. And Kirby Roseanne has an element of hunting in his books, but this is quite different, and I think that makes it rather fun. Right, coming back out to look for the next one. What have we got? We have got picture frame. Let's bring you down. Can you see the picture frame? I can see something that might be a picture frame. Oh yeah, I found it. Have you found it? Yeah. I think this is the picture frame. It's a picture in a frame anyway. I'm just double checking now, getting paranoid. Is there just a frame without a picture in it is what I'm supposed to be looking for? I don't think so. I'm going to colour that one anyway. So I'm going to make my frame wood. So I'm going to use a lightish brown, which is number 73. Sorry, make it blurred. Now you could of course just do the hide and seek and then colour the whole page. You know, there's no rules, it's just fun, isn't it? So there is the wooden frame. Just make it a little bit darker. You can see that when I go lightly, you can see white paper. That's the tooth in the paper, and some people really dislike that. Some people don't mind it. I've got used to it. I didn't used to like it. Number 76 for some wood grain, but I don't mind it at all now. It's just I find certain pencils work better on this paper than others. These are fine. I like something that you can sharpen to a good point and it gets right down into that tooth of the paper. Number 50 for our grass, and then it means that you can get a more solid colour if you want to. Sometimes I like to leave it a bit lighter, and because there's the tooth there, it gives you that option. Some paper without tooth, the pencil just sort of slides over the page. People dislike as well. It's all very personal taste, isn't it, with paper? Back to 76 for our tree trunk. It's a cute tree, this, isn't it? There we go. And then the actual tree, it's got apples on, hasn't it? let's do the apples first. I'm going to do them red. I'm going to do it in a sort of childish way. Red apples, green leaves. But I need a very sharp pencil. You might find this works well with pens. Now, the Amazon paper often bleeds through to the back, particularly if you use, but because you've got nothing on the back, you can, it doesn't matter. And you could even use your, what they called, I've messed that up a bit, your sort of oily markers, oil-based alcohol, that's the word, sorry. Goodness, it's Monday morning, forgive me. Alcohol markers, which go through the page and make a big mess on the back, but it doesn't matter. But I would put either a big wad of paper behind or a laminate plastic to make sure, because even with a couple of pieces of paper behind, it might still go right through to the picture below. So be very careful. Now we've got blue, number 30. I'm going to do for the sky. There we go. Now where's our list? Let's come back out so we can see our list. We're zooming in and out a lot. I hope I'm not making you feel dizzy, but I want you to be able to join in. So our next one, I wonder how many of you have done them all already and cheated. Not really cheated. Gingerbread man. Now, I haven't seen one. Let me have a look. Sorry, my look. Oh, I found him. Have you? Have you found him? There he is. Oh, I made a noise. He's going to be really easy to colour in. He's quite small, but I need to make sure he doesn't blend into our picture frame. So I'm going to use the number 16 first, which is the sort of the colour we use for the noodles actually, but I'm going to use it much more intensely. So I'm going to put down quite a few heavy layers. There he is. You can do him a little bit darker around the edge. I've gone outside the lines. It's not ideal going outside the lines when you've got a black background because the pencil can show up, especially a light pencil. I'm going to just go around the outside. This is the number 73. Just a slightly sort of sienna browny colour. Just to, I think gingerbread men tend to get browner on the edges where they catch in the oven. There he is. Oh, it's very cute. Okay, so there's our gingerbread man. And let's move and zoom at the same time, make you be sick, sorry. Ooh. Outlet. I don't know what that means. What's an outlet? Let me have a look. What could that be? An outlet. I'm looking. Is it like a shopping mall? Is that an outlet? I don't know what that is. Is it like a pipe? I'm going to miss that out. I'm going to move to diary, and I might have to look that up after to find out what it is, because luckily we've got the answers. So diary, I can see it right there, look. So we'll do that next instead. No, I don't know, sorry, I don't know what it is. A diary. What colour should we do the diary? I quite like doing the pages of a diary in a slightly, of a book, in a slightly light brownish. So I'm going to use the 16 just a little bit. And if you do it gently enough, it can almost look like it's got gold on the edge of the pages. Maybe not. Now, what colour should we do the diary? Let's do something we haven't done yet. Let's do an orange. This is number 4, which is quite bright orange. It needs to be sharpened. I'm having a little scan around to see if I can work out what an outlet is while I'm sharpening. I'm really sorry. Just thought my light was flashing then. I've had a bit of a medical issue in the last week where my eye is flashing white light in the corner. Now it's really scary. Number 43. I sort of ignored it for a day or two and thought nothing of it. And then I spoke to an optician who couldn't find me an emergency appointment, so I went to a doctor who told me to see an optician. Eventually I got an emergency optician's appointment and it's absolutely fine, there's nothing wrong with my eye, but I was having really bad headaches as well, and I think it was just the stress. So but thankfully it's all better now. Headaches are gone, eye still flashing, but apparently it's nothing to worry about, and I know what signs to look out for in case it goes nasty. Detached retina. Dinner plate, I'm looking for while I'm talking, but my eye was really healthy and good. I found a plate with some food on. I'm wondering if that's what it is, but I'm just going to have another look. I think it probably is. It's an elephant. I want to colour the elephant. Should we pretend he's an outlet and just colour him? This, I think, is the dinner plate here under the bicycle. I like it. It's got food on. It's got like fish and peas and mashed potato. That's what I think it is anyway. Can't come in any closer, it's quite small. I'm sure we can cope. So I'm thinking the fish is like breadcrumbs. Oops, sorry, clatter clatter. So I'm going to use 16 again to do a sort of breadcrumbed piece of cod. That's how I would eat my fish. Anyway. This colour I think I'll have to do for my peas, which is a dark green. I think it's number 5. I'm sure you're not colouring along, so it doesn't matter that much. There we go, just little dots. Now this could be mash, but it'd just be cream then, wouldn't it? It's a bit boring. Should we do it as cabbage? Could be a sort of splodge of cabbage or kale. Let's do it. Number 38. Oops. As some sort of kale or Cavolo Nero or something. It's a bit bluey, that, isn't it? Let's have some blue cabbage. Now the plates, I have white plates, but I think we ought to not do it white because let's do it yellow. Let's put some colour in there just so it stands out, because we need it to stand out a bit more. So I'm just using number 1. It should stand out then from all the other items that are white. There we go. There's our dinner plate. Now just noticed what our next item is, a banana. See if you can see a banana. I haven't spotted one. I find it quite interesting because so far I haven't found any of the other items beforehand, if that makes sense. Banana. Banana, banana, banana. I shall sing a banana song while I'm looking. I think I may have found it. Have you found it? Do you think this is banana? I think it is. I just found the next one on the list and the last one after saying that I hadn't found any of the others. Perhaps it's easier as you go along, but I still don't know what an outlet is, so I'm going to look in the answers in a minute. But I think that's the banana, but I may be doing it wrong. So that's going to be yellow. We've just used the yellow for our plate over here. So this is number 1. Now I quite like doing the ends of a banana in a sort of brownish, with a bit of brownish colour on. Sometimes they do have that. Sometimes they have a bit of green in as well, but I don't like bananas with green in, so I'm not going to put green in my banana. Ugh. I like them when they're perfectly yellow. Is that the brown? No, that's number 6, that's purple. I don't want a purple banana. I want number 76, that's brown. Purple banana, that's yeah. So only a little bit. Don't want too much brown. You can make yours browner if you like a brown banana. Right, our next one is glasses. I have found these already. I'm going to come right out though so that you can pause and have a look if you want to search for it yourself. I know it's small, but have you found them? Here, look, glasses. I know exactly what colour I'm going to do these. Not the colour of my glasses, which are gold, rose gold, but I'm going to do them like they're plastic because it's much easier. And they're sunglasses, and I think sunglasses are much brighter, funkier frames. So I'm going to use number 2, which is the red for the glasses. And I'm just going to colour them in quite... See, the thing with having such small images is that you can't really do much shading, many shadows or anything like that, which is fine with me. Sometimes I really want to do that, but other times I really don't. So it just depends on my mood. So it's something for me when I'm in the mood for not doing lots of detail. Our last one, oh, I'm pressing my button the wrong way, trying to zoom in when we're fully zoomed in. Our last one on our list, apart from the outlet, which I'm going to look up, is a toilet. Have you found a toilet? I have found the toilet. I've never coloured in a toilet. Here it is, look. Now my toilets are white. The seat, everything, the whole thing is white. But we're not going to do it white because it's a bit boring. Should do a wooden seat. Quite like a wooden seat on a toilet. Number 73. Just do our wood. My son's got a wooden seat on his. It's nice. You can do a sort of up and down movement to make it look like there's some wood grain. I remember our church had a wooden toilet seat. I'd never seen a wooden seat before. And I always thought it was quite cool. And but it was really old-fashioned and had a pull chain, though some of you won't know what that is. What colour should we do it? Because everyone was white. Should we do it like... My parents have got a champagne coloured toilet. Should we try and... Let's use this really pale yellow. This is number 10. And put a little bit of this down first. And then maybe add a little bit of green to make it look a bit like their sort of champagne colour. Yeah, so I thought it was really interesting, the wooden seat. I was quite fascinated by it as a child. I'm going to use this light green, the number 56, just really gently over the top. Make it look a bit more champagne-like. Yeah, my grandparents, both sets had a pull chain toilet. The tank up on the wall. Those of you that are older, I remember that. I don't know if they were all over the world or just in the UK. There we go. Right, I'm going to have a look in the back and see what the outlet is. I'm just checking all my others as well. Yeah, it's that. It's that. So that's like a power socket, I think. That's what it's meant to be, like a plug socket. I would call it a power plug socket. So, a bit like this. I've got one here. Like that. It's got my lamp and my camera plugged into it. So yeah, so that's that there. So they would be white. Mine are all white. So I'm not going to do it white though because it needs to stand out. Should we make it colour? What colour? What colour? Pink. Let's make it pink. Number 20. Let's make it pink on the outside. Actually, I was just thinking, the ones in my kitchen are brushed copper. So I should have done that colour. And then I'm going to do it like this, as if it's metal. Metallic pink. So there we go. I'm going to come out. We finished all our hide and seek, but you can see we have got loads and loads and loads of other items left. Now what I would do personally with this page, if I wanted to colour the rest, I may not, I may just leave it, you know, is to look in my tin, and these are my pencils that I've got left, and these are the ones that I would use for the rest of the items. I've got a grey, so I might just do them all in grey. I might do them in blues because I've got 3 blues there, although I have used 1 blue, so it might be a little bit confusing. I might just use, say, 1 dark blue, but it won't show up very well on the black background, so I'd probably be best off just doing more grey if I wanted to do it like that. So that's an idea. Or you could just colour them all in and then let someone else do the treasure hunt or the hide and seek, whatever you want to call it. So there is that. So that was a lot of fun. I had good fun with that. So it's just such a different book, a different idea. I think it's a lot of fun. As I say, I'm going to put all the relevant links in the description. So the link to Chelsea's Etsy shop, the link to her Instagram, and also the link to the book. I don't know if it's available on UK and US Amazon. I haven't looked yet. I'm assuming it will be, but if it's not, it's not. But I shall put all the links I can find in the description. But that is me for today. So that was a lot of fun, and I learned what an outlet was. So yeah, always learning. It's good. So thank you for watching. Yeah, I hope you have a really lovely day and happy colouring.